14, I believe it is. We are in Mexico. Viva la raza. I am Romo Clan here
And
with your.
I
Oh, sorry about that,
no
Draco.
no no
Draco,
you just paused, so I was
I
like,
did,
oh, is he waiting
did.
for me to introduce myself?
That's funny. I did because I was looking at two different things at once, and I did, and you actually did the perfect thing.
And
So keep going, Draco Clan. Introduce yourself.
I'm Draco out.
Well, welcome, Draco. Welcome, week 14, wheel to wheel racing, Mexico. Are you ready for this?
I was born ready to see the wheel to wheel competition take its talents to Mexico City.
I mean, it's going to be a really interesting race, I think, this week. I think that even though there was an LOI race, I think that there's probably some unpreparedness that's about to go on. I think that this is going to be a track where you need to be prepared. Like it's not just a regular
Right.
one of your preset setups and go. I think that
This
set
is
up
a
for,
custom jobber.
yeah, set up for this track is going to be quite.
Well, like
You have
just
to have a
look
good
at
setup.
the different sectors. Like you've got sector one there, which is basically just a big long straight, and then you've got sector two with like the craziest like right hand turns or left hand and then right hand turns you can imagine.
Yeah, it's basically it's a dual personality track, isn't it? It's
Right.
it's some long straights followed by a shit show of turns. So do you set up your car to take the straights fast, or do you set up your car to be able to take those turns? Because from what I understand, there's a lot of invalidation that could go on because there's a lot of places where you can go off the track and exceed the track limit. So it'll be an interesting one.
Right. Um yeah,
Here,
and it's going to be interesting for tire wear. So it looks like but from what I'm seeing it's a two stop race. Um
yes, yeah, there were a couple of rumors there that it's there may be. Don't be surprised if you see a one stopper, a medium hard, because there's definitely a possibility that there could be some of our daring drivers that try it. But I agree with you. I think it may end up being a two stopper.
like that's very aggressive, but you know how our drivers are. They're always looking for an edge on each other. Um like I know, I know the way Why Not looks at it is that he knows that a lot of the time with a lot of tracks, Budge has the pace on him, and that the only way he can kind of like make up that time is by doing things like that or using some sort of information or intel to try and claw some of that time back. Um, so I'd say he's definitely if there is a one stopper, I have to imagine it's Why Not or Kip this week.
Yeah, that's a I had the pleasure of being able to listen because I was on a bit early. Chameleon puts in a 116.568. I'd say that's probably why not 116.527, but I'd say that's still probably a second off the pace, if not a bit more. Uh,
Yeah,
there's I did see uh, why not or Budge and Vernie Vern were having a definite conversation about a bit of strategy, a bit of setups, working with each other. And then once the others got into the group, why not was quite quiet. He's in his own why not way.
right.
He
Well,
wasn't.
he wants to keep his strategies to himself.
Yeah, you don't give it up. I love it. I love it. The seriousness. That's great, isn't it?
It sure is. Um,
It's following Budge through
so
sector two.
interestingly about Mexico is that they have roughly 200,000 spectators every year, and that they lost the Formula One for a while just because the stadium couldn't control the spectators.
Crazy, isn't it?
Like it's got to be a Formula One event like no other. Like you don't get that in like Monaco
Yeah. You're
or
right.
Paris. Like
Here comes Budge through sector three right now. 13, 14, 15, 115.861 for Budge. So 118.164 for Bernie Vern. Major Jam puts in a 118.693. Look at Major Jam up there.
Yeah, I mean, like he's hungry. Like he's young. Or his career is young. He's inexperienced, but he's hungry to make his mark on the wheel to wheel circuit.
He certainly
Let's
is, isn't
hope.
he?
Let's hope he learns a little bit about tire strategy in qualifying pace. He doesn't have to start off with 4 laps in.
Folks, I think we are sorry, but we are without the Meeples champ. He could not join us this evening, so that could put a hurting on the Constructors' Cup here, huh?
I mean, like it's kind of ironic, really, that the Chameleon's only chance of me losing my bet on the Constructors' Cup is for Vern to pull him out of a fire. Like, like Vern, who he kicked out of his own team, has to put in like the performance of his life to make his brother money. Like, you couldn't write this stuff. Like, if I told you, like, okay, we're gonna actually script wheel to wheel, like, if I had told you that would be the scenario, like, you wouldn't have believed me.
You're right. You're right.
Like,
Yeah, it's
even the writers of WWE couldn't come up with this stuff.
it's interesting that the two joypad guys, we're just pulling over there. The two joypad guys are going. Looks like they're both going out on mediums here. They might be looking for that one stop.
Yeah, that is interesting.
And
Uh,
Bernie Burns
Fair
got
play
a
to Vern. Well, right now he's in P4. He's miles behind, but he's in P4 on the
yeah.
mediums. He'd be very happy with that.
Kaiser with a 119.087. Yeah, he's gonna go into the
Yeah,
pits.
from the chatter in the driver's box was that this is a struggle race for Kaiser. He had a very rough time in LOI earlier in the week, and that qualifying pace is not it's not putting those rumors or chatter to rest anytime soon.
Yeah, that's the truth. It's the truth. Like I said, this track, if you don't, you have to have the right setup for the straights to get the most out of it, but it can't be too much for the straights because you're gonna have that sector two is a shit show, and then sector three is even worse almost. So I
Right,
mean, how do you balance those two to get you that speed on the straights because you're gonna need it so you
right,
can catch up in those DRS zones, right? Ryan,
right.
Ryan comments in big crash first corner. Ryan, are you on? We'd gladly bring you in.
Yeah, I'm gonna invite him in.
Yeah, see if he's on. See if he's on. I'll invite him in. He's away with work.
He won't see it in real time, but we're sure we haven't talked to him in so long.
He said he's
Might as
away with
well.
work in a hotel. He's not on.
Okay, so he'd have no problem joining us.
Did you take your PS4, Ryan? Why not's on an outlap? Budge is still in the pits. Command's on an outlap. Vern is in the pits. Is he gonna
So
try?
just I noticed something that Major Jam he went back into the pits to get different tires out to do his second qualifying. So he's obviously improved in that aspect of
Okay,
his
all right.
qualifying. It's progress. Like
It's very interesting, isn't it? Where are these guys? We'll follow.
why? Oh
We'll f-
wow. So Budge is actually doing an outlap with medium tires.
yeah, is he? Very interesting. I don't see that
So if
on
he
mine
can
yet.
finish in P1 with medium tires, and like with that kind of difference between the times, uh, like that's puts him in a majorly good shape.
Very interesting to see what's going on. Here comes Why Not. through sector one. He's 2/10 of a second down through sector one. Now let's see what kind of setup he's got for all these turns. Big turn there. He is motoring through the chicane here.
Yeah, he's looking very good.
Yeah,
Precise.
through sector two. Where are we coming out?
You can
He's
see he's
almost a
positioned
half a
himself
second better. He's a
very
half a second
deliberately as
better.
well.
That he could. Can he get into the 115? Can he get into 115? Oh, he took that turn super tight. Did that slow him down? Oh, that might have
Oh,
slowed
he
him
hit the
down. Yeah.
wall. That's gonna hurt.
And let's see if he hit it or not, but he definitely came close if he didn't. Yeah, 116.
Okay, well
Still a half a second. Still P2.
he's put some distance between him and Chameleon.
Yeah. Command's on his lap now. He is down 1/10 of a second. Oh, looks like he may have touched the wall there. I'm not sure. Coming in 15, 16, 116.3. So
That'd be very disappointing for Why Not though, because
Command made that up there.
I'd say it's very likely that he would have overtaken Budge there if he didn't
Where
have
is
that contact with the wall.
Haven't seen Mormick. Is Mormick on a lap? There we go. Let's check him out. 102 in a sector. 118, 19, 20. Come on, Mick. 24, 25. So it's still in P18 for you, Mick.
Yeah, more Mick is way off the pace there. Happy to see someone so new to the game.
Get out of my way,
Like
Jam.
have the courage to step up, into a league like Wheel2Wheel, and like those are our favorites. Like even though like there's obviously no chance of more Mick, unless like loads of people DNF or whatever, he has a very little chance of even getting in the points. But those are the people we root for most, right?
Oh, you always root for those underdogs. Yeah, you have to. Come on, it's wheel to wheel.
Like
The top guys do enough
we're all
shit
about that
talking.
storyline.
The guys in the league do enough shit talking on each other. You know what I mean? Like our job is to
Right.
motivate, and say good things about as many as we can. Budge came into the pit there. He had to get told Major Jam to get
Are
out
you
of his way.
implying that I should talk to Mormick just a little bit too much there?
No, not at all. I'm just saying that that's our.
Okay.
You're supposed to be. I'm rooting for him too.
Right, supportive.
I agree with you. I'm rooting for the guy too. Like we want him to get points. Like Ryan, if you're out there
Oh
still
wow!
watching,
Look at Major Jam P4. Only half a second behind Chameleon. Come on now, that's really really impressive. Like
that looked like a glitch because I thought that he was told to get off the track. What we got here?
like not to rag on Kaiser because I know he's having a rough time, but Major Jam is now like a full 2.2 seconds ahead of him, like or faster than him. Like mediums or no mediums, that's you got to pick up the pace there, Kaiser.
Listen, you can go to Tijuana and watch a sex show with a woman and an animal with horns. For Christ's sakes, anything is possible in Mexico, and even Major Jam
I
can
was
qualify
wondering where that
above.
was going.
And even Major Jam can qualify above Kaiser. It's possible in here, you know. That Viva la raza, baby. Vicente
So
Fernandez, the
Major
greatest
Jam
Mexican
is the
singer.
woman having sex with a horse of the wheel to wheel. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not sure. Like, is that what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, you really kind of put that into my head there, didn't you? I'm not sure. We are all in the pits except for Chameleon's on an outlap now. 3.5 minutes left. He's coming into sector two. He's going to try and see what he can do to improve. I mean, look. You know, the thing about this race
Okay,
is
Budge coming out with the softs now.
okay.
Obviously trying to defend his P1 against Why Not there.
Are they going to come back out? I mean, I guess they'll come back out maybe to keep the tires warm if they don't have much on it. But here comes Chameleon. We'll watch him all the way through. Does he have the speed here? Use it. All right, here he goes into these first turns. Very good. Coming in through sector one. Where is he? He's only a hundredth of a second faster through sector one. Is this all he has?
I mean, yeah, that's. I have to say, I don't think that can't be what he came out of the pits on the
But I
softs
guess
for.
how much faster can you really be in sector one? I guess sector two is where you're going to see if you can beat your time.
Right.
Sector one is a lot of those straights. So I guess we'll see what happens here. Looks like Major Jam's on the track or something there. So he's still 500
He
down
went
through
off.
sector two.
He went off track, but it's his outlap, so it won't really matter.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. 115.9 takes him up into P2.
Putting the pressure on why not? For
Yeah.
sure, there. The question for Chameleon this race, I think, is going to be longevity.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Race pace is going to be key here and how they race. And you're right. I
like what?
almost, part of me is, maybe he's just because of the situation. They'll be calm. They'll be, you know, just let me get through this race. Let me race the best I can. But part of me saying there might be a shit show on our hands when we get done with this.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so
Why not?
too. Why not is not going to
Yeah,
take it there.
no, he's not doing it there.
So it's really a question of if he wants to stay out for another lap. I think he will.
Oh, Chameleon just hit somebody there. Chameleon just cracked into somebody there.
So yeah, like we obviously, yeah. I hope it's not revealing too much to say that he's kind of rushed home from work. Uh, he's got all of the practice that he's done for Mexico has been since he got home from work. Uh, and jumped on the race. Um, I don't know about him, like, but I know that I would be very tired
Listen,
in that
real
situation.
real life is a motherfucker, isn't it, pal? You know what I mean?
It sure is.
Like while we
Um,
enjoy doing this virtually, and we have our fun playing golf virtually, the problem is real life is a motherfucker, and sometimes it comes in. So, you have to take it with a grain of salt. You can't,
yeah, 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 yeah,
unless you
for
can,
sure.
unless you can dedicate all of your time to it, then you have to understand that it's a game at the end of the day, right?
Right.
And we're here to have
I,
fun.
well, I'm not. I'm definitely not questioning Chameleon's
No, no, no,
commitment
no.
to the wheel to wheel. I'm just saying it could be a factor towards the end.
I
Uh,
completely agree. I
you
100%
you're
agree. I
just
wasn't
saying
coming.
like
Yeah, I'm just saying
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah. I
in
get you.
general.
Like it's not like we can criticize him for that. It's just
Yeah.
real life is real life.
Meeple's
You
champ.
gotta do what you gotta do.
Howdy, fella. What's going on, Meeps? This is an interesting one, huh? You're on our channel, commenting on our channel. I don't know
We're glad to have you though.
what you're up to. I'm sure you're busy there, Meeps, but if you can get yourself online even for part of the race,
If you
let us know and Drico invite you in. We're in a separate party, so the other drivers don't have to mute anybody. And we're in Mexico, and Mexico is like a party. It's like fiesta. The more the merrier. Right? We're ready to go.
Maple, if you give us a tenner, we'll give you a free game.
Budge in P1 with the pole.
And it's not even
P2,
close.
Angry Chameleon.
15.1.
Yeah, Angry Chameleon P2. Why not P3, Vernie Vern P4? Major Jam is still out on the track, though. I think they might have to crane him in. Uh, Major Jam P5. Where did Vernie Vern go? P4, and then we have who's next? I'm sorry, Kaiser at P14. He's on the mediums though, so he's gonna go. He might be the only one out there in the mediums, so he's going to go a long way on him. So Kaiser's pulling a Kaiser, and then more Mick in P18.
That's gotta hurt for Kaiser though. P14. 4 seconds behind.
So let's get started. Here we go, Drico. Give us your predictions.
Um, I give me you my prediction. Obviously these things are so hard to call. I will probably give this one to uh, I'd probably pick Why Not. Um, I just think there's so much room for strategy, and tactics, and that's obviously his big strength. So I think that'll be his in big massively in his favor. Um, Obviously it's going to be tough for him this time.
I mean, I think myself, just because you'd love to see the parity, you'd love to see it go down. I would. I'm pulling for Budge for a finish here because with the drivers' standings the way they are, Budge and why
Right,
not?
and we both have money. We both have
Budge,
money on Budge to win.
Budge and why not? Uh, it's only going to make it. It's only going to bring it closer, or Budge can take the lead. I mean, it's going to be interesting and it'll be fun to see him go back and forth. And we saw after last night's golf that that Why Not and Budge, there's definitely a little rivalry going on there between Why Not and
Oh,
Budge, and
for
you
sure.
love to see it. You love to see it.
Absolutely.
Looks like we are getting ready now. Drivers not hitting start. You know, the irony here is they have to. They're not. We're not on the stream. We're not in the same party with them, so they can't hear us unless they're actually listening to the stream. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I like the setup more, to be honest.
No shit,
Um,
Sherlock, otherwise known as the Jack Nicholas of wheel-to-wheel racing fame, is picking Budge 1, Why Not 2, and Vern 3.
well, he's normally not too far off with his predictions,
No,
so
not indeed.
you have to give credence.
Not indeed. You're absolutely correct.
You know who we haven't heard from in a while? We haven't heard from what was it, Tree Putt for Birdie.
Yeah, yeah, 3-5 Pavard hasn't been around. I mean,
I miss him.
yeah, I know you would miss him. Yeah. And Roliu, we miss him. He gave a little bit of banter a little while back. Dreamy
Who's
Racers not
this?
logging in, and Roliu. Remember when Roliu came in that night and had it
Yeah.
out?
Oh well, I mean, I guess being a commentator on the Wheel to Wheel racing league, it's not all glamour.
It's not all glamour.
Sometimes,
It's not all glamour, is it?
sometimes.
It's not all glamour. The king of ranchero, Vicente Fernandez, should make a song about that. My gosh, it's not. You're right, Jaco. It's not all glamour. You know, we're the brunt of a lot of jokes, aren't we? We're always.
We
uh,
sure are.
Meeple's champ said throw him in an invite, so if you want to do that, and we'll
Yeah,
bring him
yeah,
in.
yeah, I'll do it. As long as he doesn't like try to dominate the commentary again.
Ah, no, he'll be grand. We'll be grand. We are getting ready. They are ready to press start. Some of them sitting in their cockpits, getting ready to go. Some of them limbering up their left thumbs to steer. Sounds like the Meeples
Meatball.
champ has joined us in the party. Meeples champ, how are you?
How's it going, folks?
All right, all right. I understand you may have had you had a little bit of an accident, maybe a sternum fracture or something. You're not sure. Getting your ribs checked out. Hope everything's okay and you're healthy. And we're glad that you could join us this evening.
Yeah, I've got the biological implants in now, so I'm coming back more dangerous than ever.
Well,
Upper body or lower body?
Oh, lower body, that's all it takes, man.
well,
Bigger
welcome,
balls.
welcome to Wheel Racing, sir, and congratulations on your successful Thanksgiving days. I understand that you smashed records, and that was no small feat. So congratulations to you, my
Yeah,
friend.
I was blown away by the generosity. Thanks everybody for tuning in. It was we're going, we're still doing it. A few quid between now and Christmas, and a very achievable target of four figures before Christmas would be amazing. We're already nearly at 850, so we're trying to get maybe another 150 if we don't get to the the 1,000, I may just put the extra in and give it to a good cause, you know, make it €1,000 even.
If there's anybody out there that's not already signed up to the Meeples Champ Twitch stream, by all means head over there, check out some of his videos. He's got some streams coming on soon, I'm sure. But we're going to go from your extended generosity to zero generosity right now, because this group that's about to get on this track has no generosity whatsoever, and it's going to be a fun race, I think. What do you think there, Sam? Meeps, sorry, Meeps.
Meeps. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think Sherlock is not a million miles off on his prediction, but I have to say, I'm looking at the times that came in there, and we have the new Major Jam.
Major
He's making some serious representations very early on.
Major Jam definitely has to learn strategic understanding of how it works, and you know, but he's got some good qualifying.
The talent is there.
The talent is there. The raw talent is there.
Yeah, I agree. Is that formation lab, is it?
Yes, indeed. We are on a formation lab.
So you're obviously going to be watching things like a bit slower than we are, if you're watching it on Twitch. But when we ask you questions and stuff like that, the knowledge you have is a lot more than we have. So that would be.
I'll try and help where I can. Yeah. I'll try and help where I can. Yeah.
Listen, we're just here to have fun, right?
Right.
Nobody's coming out on the mediums except for Kaiser.
Sorry, yeah, I was looking at that. I actually couldn't find Kaiser, and I can't believe it. Now I see he went out on the mediums, obviously, but he probably could have gotten closer to 11th or a little bit further up the field if he'd gone out on softs and chosen the mediums. But I understand this strategy. The softs don't last a whole lot around here. On starting on softs, you're giving yourself the more likely is 2-stop strategy more than a 1. Now it can be done. But
are you saying a one-stop strategy starting out on softs can be done?
It's difficult. It is very difficult, but under the right circumstances,
it's extremely high risk, is what you're saying. But it's technically possible.
Exactly. Yeah. You certainly by the time the race came to the last few laps, you would be, if you weren't in a good position. If you're in a good position, you're leaving yourself open for overtake very easily, yeah. But
that's right. No shit, Sherlock. Yeah. We have a special guest commentator tonight, the Meeples Champ. He had a little injury, but so he couldn't race with us this evening. But we brought him in to give us our second colored commentary opinion. So we appreciate you out there, Sherlock. Even though I'm still not happy with your golf game yesterday because it was way too fucking good. But that's all right. We'll talk about that later. We're getting ready here, folks. Mexico.
I think some just there. I mean, Budge having pole, and Budge previously being the only person bar one other in 3 tiers of LOI to get around this track without penalties.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, isn't it? It's very
impressive. That's pretty key. Yeah. Literally everybody had penalties bar Budge in his tier.
It's an interesting broadcast viewer from behind too, which is gonna see.
It just looks like chaos, as it always is.
Yeah, but Budge
approaching that first corner,
like Budge
which is a hard 90 degrees.
Budge, Kameen, and Wynot are still got themselves separated there. Vern taking a little bit different line into those turns.
The leaderboard is doing its craziness.
Chameleon coming around Budge.
And he takes the pole.
He takes P1. War of attrition going on.
Can he hold on to it?
Can he hold on to it? Look, I hate to use the term nosebleed, but
I think Budge has accepted that there may be an opportunity a little further down the line. Not to be too disrespectful to my current teammate, but it's
Major Jam has a penalty.
Major Jam, no drive-through, collision. Severe collision twice. Ryan, he hit Ryan.
Oh, Ryan's out.
Oh, he's in the
He
hotel.
DNF'd Ryan.
Ryan's in the hotel.
Wow.
Major Jam DNF'd him. Here we go, one more time. Budge and Chameleon. Budge takes it back. Why not see in third place? Vernie Vern 4.
Kaiser's early payoff is coming up now. He's up near the points. Although it seems to be changing quite a lot.
Yeah,
Kaiser
the
Gunn. No,
leaderboard
Kaiser Gunn is
changes.
after dropping down to 16th.
Yeah.
He's 14 now.
The Meeples champ is up to 9th.
Here goes the craziness that happens.
Oh, this is of course the craziness. Sorry, I'm seeing myself up in the
It
top
goes all
half.
over the place.
You're up in P2, Meeples champ. You're up in P2. At P1.
Yeah, I was
look
going
at
to say. I mean, what's even the point of me turning up most weeks? Great. Okay. Aye.
Here comes Budge. Budge putting some distance now, isn't he?
He let comedian have his moment, and he's saying, "Okay, let's get serious."
Yeah.
He's a serious competitor, Budge. Like, I mean, and comedian likes it, I think, but I think comedian's frustration comes out of the fact that he feels he can be as good as him. I think Budge is a little cooler customer sometimes.
Yeah, well, Budge, he very rarely lets his emotions rule him come crunch time.
Yeah.
Chameleon
Budge actually
has that
believes what he
issue
says.
occasionally.
Budge actually
Sorry?
believes what he says, you know? Budge believes everything he says about himself, which is fantastic.
I'm loving the Meeples champ here at 14th, so that's the real position now. So that's up from 18th. So, or sorry, 19th, because I didn't have a time, I believe.
2, 3, 4.
There's no.
We got a good battle here going on. 2, 3, 4. Why not sitting right on Chameleon's tail? You know he's going to wait to strike. He's very methodical about where he's going to make any passes. And Vernie Vern there right behind. So, he
He's
just
in
put some
DRS
time
zone
on.
now.
He just put a second and a half on Vern there though. So.
Okay, so we had a DRS train until Budge is now out of DRS, but the rest of the guys are going to be fighting. Yeah, that's going to be good.
Yeah,
Ryan's saying
watching Why Not behind Chameleon it's like one of those horror films where like the bad guy is slowly hunting them down, like he's slowly but surely just like creeping up on them.
Come on now, come on. Oh. You looked almost to make a move there, but you didn't do it. Oh, almost made one there.
This is going to be so intriguing. This battle is going to be so intriguing. Oh yeah, DRS and the whole lot there. It'll be close.
Clean, dead to rights. It looked like Chameleon was going to try and squeeze him there, but he backed off at the last minute because he saw that he's too far alongside.
But you know, it is good. That's good racing because he can get him back. I mean, that's smart. That's something that Chameleon might not have done previously, and that's
right. That's an evolution of his racing.
Trying to figure out where to be aggressive and where not to be aggressive is a huge part of this, isn't it, Meeps?
Absolutely. I mean,
no, he just
what we had.
What happened
Chameleon, he got very lucky. He almost hit into he found one of the rare runoff spots on the track, and he went off track. But if there was a wall there, he was smashing right into it. That's where those 2.5 seconds between him and Why Not developed.
Here comes Vernie Vern up on him now too,
and he got DRS on him.
Yeah. And I saw before there where Why Not was burning that overtake in order to get back into the race with Budge, and he really is. He's in DRS now.
Yeah.
Wow. He's a serious competitor. Why Not?
So Mormick got a warning for colliding with Why Not.
Oh no. Did they lap him?
Hopefully it didn't too much damage to Why Not, but it very well could.
that might, you can probably check and see if you look at his wing, you might see it, because that's the most.
How if I look at
It looks like
somebody's
it's still good there
car,
to me.
Yeah,
how do I know the difference between like good and not good? Because like it doesn't tell us from the
it's very
spectator mode.
yeah, it's very difficult to see sometimes. But if you're looking at there, and I'm looking to see now when it comes around to the front of the car, you've got two end plates. No, he's good. He's
Yeah,
good.
it looks good,
The
right?
Right.
the two end plates are there, which is the first thing to kind of go on a minor collision, you know.
Yeah.
And
Right.
then of course you may lose the wing in its entirety. Obviously, losing both end plates absolutely makes the wing less than optimal, for sure.
Here comes Vernie Vern.
But he was always he was
Here comes
racing
Vernie
as
Vern.
if
Comes to the inside. Oh,
he
took
stuck
him.
it.
You can take it
Oh,
back.
he goes on the inside.
Can he?
You gotta
Can
take
he
it
keep
back.
it?
Oh, he's done it. Oh,
He did
no,
it.
Chameleon Racing Smart.
Yeah.
Chameleon Racing Smart. He's not
He
going to
got him
have
in
the
the
DR.
Dira.
Yeah, no, Vern gets
Yeah, he was
the.
He
never.
got wide there. He got wide there though. Oh, Vern went off
Yeah,
the track.
Vern's got
There you go.
DRS.
Chameleon and Vernie Vern going at it. Mono, you mono.
That's what
Look
you
at
love
that.
to see.
Look at that view,
Yeah.
folks. Look at that view. If you're watching the wheel to
Oh,
wheel.
Chameleon's got to be careful. He's going around those corners with the overtake on. That really takes away control. That makes the
Wow.
cornering very difficult. If he forgets to turn that off, you see what is happening there.
Meanwhile, Why Not C has gotten himself right up on the sphincter of Budge.
He
We
sure
got some
has.
great races tonight.
Yeah, this is all right. He is second behind.
Kaiser up into points now at number 10.
Kaiser on the mediums.
And he'll run longer.
He'll run
long.
longer. Oh, Kaiser,
Yeah.
he'll try. If there's ever one member of this race to try to do the here we go, Vernie Vern overtake Chameleon. Oh, this is gonna be problems.
Same spot again.
Oh no!
Same spot
no.
again.
Don't get mad. Don't get mad.
Oh,
That was fairly poor from Chameleon, I have to say.
I,
He didn't leave him space. He was supposed to leave him space, and he didn't.
look at the gap opening up between Chameleon and Why Not, and the two lead drivers.
yeah.
That's serious. But
Oh, they're so
actually
busy.
looking at Kaiser there, if he has one less stop, he goes like a medium hard or something like this. That's worth 23 seconds on this course.
That's huge, isn't it?
The gaps aren't that big. That puts him up with the top two lads. Now, obviously the harder tyres for the first few laps are not exactly the fastest, but it might net 14 or 15 seconds, or thereabouts, depending on how his drive goes.
No, but if there's anybody that's got balls in this league to try crazy ass strategy and to do the one-stop strategy,
It's Kaiser.
it is Kaiser, and
I
that's
agree.
what makes this league so much fun from a commentating standpoint, because you know that Kaiser is going to take that different strategy, and he's got that shot.
Yeah,
Why not?
for sure.
And Budge going at each other here.
There's going to be some sound bites for the TikTok with this battle between Vern and Chameleon.
Oh, I'm sure there will be.
And what about Sherlock's prediction?
Sherlock's prediction.
Wow, Sherlock is on the money too often. It's like we're going to have to see what witchcraft he's involved with.
I think if there's going to be a bookies in the Wheel2Wheel, it should be Sherlock.
Oh, yeah, yeah. To be fair though, we'd be all broke.
Major
We'd
Jam
all
with
be
another.
broke.
Oh yeah, for sure. Major Jam with a 3-second penalty, multiple
Yeah.
warnings.
Budge
Yeah.
just... I tell you, Budge, it comes down to setup a lot. I mean, you can see Why Not. I'm on Why Not now, and you can see that, he's much wider off the track. Budge is much more tight on those turns, but somehow when he gets to the straights, he collects them in and he catches up. Now he expended a lot of energy here, but it's an interesting race between these two because they do take different tacks, isn't it?
Oh, he's out of DRS now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's the key. Like, I mean, whatever about the turns and Budge's good turns, he's actually managing to make those turns so that when he gets into DRS zones,
Yeah.
he's
still those 7-8 tenths ahead,
That's
which
what
makes the overtake too hard.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so interesting.
You can can definitely see Budge pulling away.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I wonder if Chameleon and Vern are screaming at each other right now.
They totally are.
Yeah. I like this new setup, Drico out. What do you think, man? Because we don't have to worry about those guys in that group. They can't even hear us unless they're...
Oh, it's perfect. Like, and they should be separate. Like in real life, the commentary box isn't connected up to the players' headsets or whatever.
Actually, well, kind of is, but that's not the way the thing, because they do have access to what's being said over the radios, right?
Well, I suppose they have access to our Twitch channel too.
Yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
why not heading into the pits? Why not heading into the pits?
Yeah. He's probably feeling the wear on the tires now after what we've got 10 laps.
Yep.
Yeah, that's. But again, like Budge clinical. Yeah, so it looks like he might go soft, medium, soft.
Yep.
Which will be probably the correct strategy from where he is.
No repairs for why not? So
yeah.
And he's on the medium.
He's on the mediums. So right now, Budge P1.
That's obviously a
10. Angry Chameleon P2 at 11 seconds behind. Why not? Who just pit to the mediums P3. Kaiser in P7 working his way up. Strategy, baby, strategy. Vern down to P10. Obviously, there's some heat between former teammates about what happened there. Major Jam having his troubles down in P18, and more Mick in P19, just hoping to finish the race.
And I think this is what they were saying initially was, come in, do the rest of the season, get the experience. You should be competing then at the beginning of next season, because obviously they're starting points-wise, they're starting a long way back too.
Exactly, absolutely right. I totally agree.
I just turned my camera. Sorry, I just turned my camera onto Major Jam, and it's like watching a wild horse out here.
What?
Like a wild Mexican horse.
What did they call that again?
El Camino.
What's that? It's not the what's the wild bull or the wild horse where they book and stuff? That's the
buck and bronco.
The buck and broncos, right? Yeah. Chameleon staying out on his lap, on his 10 lap.
Budge pit came out right in front of Why Not, so the two of them are back right on each other.
Yeah.
I'd say Chameleon's got to pit after this 10. If these two other guys pit after 9 laps, he's got to pit on 10. Like this, his tires must be. Kaiser into P4.
Yeah, well, he is only. Yeah, and that's the benefit. Like he'll have one stop, but so does everybody else in around him.
Yep. So
that's a closer representation of, where he might be by the end of it, and that's the 10 spots he's already after gaining.
Yeah. The nice thing about from our standpoint.
Why not back into the DRS zone with Budge?
Yep.
Yep.
The nice thing about from a commentating standpoint, Meeps, is that a guy like Kaiser who goes on that different strategy, he's not going to come into play until later on because of that strategy. You know what I mean? Right now, he just needs to maintain. If he's doing a one pit, because when he pits, he's going to go way back, but the other guy's got to pit one more time. So he's going to be that guy from our standpoint to watch him go up the standings as the others pit.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a late developing storyline.
Yeah. It's. Well, hell, it was so late. It was so late 2 races ago, we didn't even notice he won.
Why not almost slipped there?
Wait. Oh, that's not going to do the tires any good. He's derating as well. He's saving energy. When you see that, he's harvesting energy when that, I believe, when
the red light is flashing, right?
Yeah. So
who's this?
I think it was Why Not there, wasn't it? He's not anymore, but he was previously. Yeah. This may just pay off nicely for Kaiser.
Right now, where's the closest?
Because he's only 1.5 seconds behind Chameleon.
Yep.
And this is the thing. You saw how close, on the undercut, Why Not got about 1 second back on because he came out 2/10 behind Budge. That's the danger of the undercut here, and that's where Kaiser plays. He'll be pitting quicker and earlier, and he will, his tires will be up to speed and doing all that. He may actually undercut somebody if he's within a couple of seconds of them.
Yeah.
It's just the possibilities.
Possibilities. P1, P2. Why not? Down to a half second. Took that turn a little bit wide there, but he's in the DRS. Let's go.
It's looking very good for Budge right now. It's obviously his race to lose. Why not? Very much struggling to keep pace with him. To stay within that DRS zone.
There. Yeah, very good for Budge.
And Vern catching up on Kaiser now, very close. He's in DRS. That means, you see, obviously Vern on 2-lap old mediums, while Kaiser is on 12-lap old mediums. So you're coming up to that.
That's some argy-bargy there.
Didn't see it. Who's this with?
Budge and Why Not collided twice side on.
Ooh, oh no.
Ooh, it's like that kind of wiggle coming out of the corners, and why Budge is gaining a bit of time. It feels like Why Not. It looks like he's accelerating too quickly, too soon. If you know what I mean, he's losing it a bit.
I'm sure he's definitely out of his comfort zone, trying to keep pace with Budge.
Yeah, it depends on the track now. I think he obviously is fast on certain tracks for sure.
Right.
He was clinical in, was it Barcelona or in Spain?
Right, Canada too.
Canada too. So
Kaiser.
Yeah. And that's
now
okay.
Can he gain on Chameleon?
Now he's coming back for his nemesis.
Yeah, it's interesting as well. Like if you look at the difference between Vern and Chameleon there, this is where the undercut didn't actually work. He lost what looks like about 3-4 seconds on Chameleon, who put in obviously a competitive set lap while he was in there. So it can work.
Major jam with another 3-second penalty.
And more Mick. Yeah, look, these guys are going to gain valuable experience going into next year, and they'll be much better.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They know what's going on here. But the fact that they're putting, or Major Jam in particular, is putting in those kind of times in time trials, it's an indication of what he can actually do.
It's only good for the league. It's only good for Wheel2Wheel racing, isn't it?
Absolutely. Be interesting.
So, Meeple, when a red spanner starts flashing on a player's telemess or whatever it is, what does that mean?
Telemetry. That doesn't that relate? See, we're on. I'm just looking at it here. We're on Why Nots.
Yeah. That red spanner.
Yeah, that's normally. I think that's normally a fuel issue. It's not something I pay a whole lot of attention to be honest.
So it's obviously not as important as I thought it was.
It may be another indicator for a bit of damage or something like that. But,
I was thinking damage because spanner you use that to fix the car.
But the truth is that you're generally aware of the damage you've suffered. Or what it is. I think in reality, if your brakes are overheating, if you've done damage to the car in some way, or there's something not working at optimal, that's what that's indicating. But you're generally aware of that in other ways,
Right.
So it does not really.
Major props to Why Not. It looks like he's slowly but surely actually bringing the time down. Fair play to him.
He's right on. He's right on him now, but it's again, can he reel him in and actually overtake him?
But here's the thing: if you look at it there, look at his overtake. It is empty.
Yeah.
He is he is expending it. What is
Yeah.
Budge? Where's Budge? Is
Budge
probably
is
on home.
the same. It's
Is
about
he?
the same.
There's
Yeah,
Budge now.
They're
that's
both
Budge. Yeah,
fighting.
they are fighting. Yeah, they're both fighting. So this is highly competitive, which is great. That's a clear indication that both of these guys know that the other one is doing is racing good right now.
Oh,
Excellent.
it's great banter between the two of them too, because they don't say anything to each other. I mean, but Budge tries to pull it out, and why not just stays quiet confidence with his flowing locks of hair.
Mm-hmm.
Fitting it inside that helmet must be tough. That beautiful locks of hair. Oh, here he goes.
He might have him. He might have him.
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that!
Budge has now he has the inside, so he got it.
He got it.
That was well done.
He got it.
Yeah.
He got
He
it.
didn't have. He had the outside on the first corner, but that meant he had the inside on the next corner,
Lap
which
17.
obviously suited him well.
Yeah.
Lap 17.
And interestingly enough, do you notice that Budge doesn't have DRS there? Because they crossed the line before. He didn't pass him until after the line. So actually, why not got the DRS, even though he ended up being ahead? That's something
that's a game issue, though, right? That's
that's absolutely correct. At the time crossing the DRS line, before you go into the DRS zone, if you're behind, even if you overtake between the DRS line and the actual DRS zone, the person who was behind gets it, whether they then overtake in the chicane that was in between.
So Kaiser put on the softs.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going around
because they were behind.
But that's not how physics works, though. Like, if there's somebody no longer in front of them, and like they're no longer getting that aerodynamic.
But what was key
better
here?
than I would, but
what was key here was he was behind them at the right time.
Here goes Budge making his move, taking it back.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Shut it down. Good racing.
He's using the
Just to let you know that the major jam 3-second penalty that Kaiser has pit and put on softs. He went to soft, so he's going to go.
Oh wow! So he's gone medium, soft. Okay, so he's the same strategy. He's just he's doing it in reverse, so he'll have the speed all at the end of it.
Yeah, he's just flipped it a bit there, right?
Right.
Budge, why not? Right
it looks
on
like
each other.
It looks like why not has a better understanding of the overtakes on these corners. Because twice there, he had a really good, strong positioning on Budge.
Yeah, but here's the other issue here. This may be very tactfully from Budge. Look at Budge's ERS right now.
Yeah.
Right? He was battling like hell when he was in front using the ERS.
Yeah.
Now it's flipped. Yeah. He's more comfortable going around this not using the ERS and keeping within the ERS. Right? Building back up the ERS, and he'll have that for the final laps.
Well, here he comes. Here he comes.
Yeah, he used it just there.
He's using it. I see him using it there.
It's back down to 5% now.
Yeah, but like he absolutely blew him away. Did you see that?
Yeah, he did.
He went. It was like he realised, I won't be able to defend if I go ahead now. I need to build that up and get. But it's kind of tactful in that respect.
Chameleon put 2 extra seconds up on Vern.
Yeah.
I mean, the race is right here, isn't it?
Yeah.
The race is 1-2, and everybody's out spread out now.
Yeah. It looks like, here's the interesting part, will Why Not and Budge get in and out. Get in and out before Chameleon.
Yeah.
It's actually they need was it 5-6 seconds now?
Yep.
Thereabouts. They'll certainly do it over Vern. But only
is that important though? Because won't Chameleon have to pit shortly thereafter? He
will, but what it means is it's a free and clear pit for them.
Yeah.
They'll get the
right.
If they're still ahead when they make their pit, it means that they'll be further ahead.
With the Bass's lap 1:19.36.
Excellent. It just means that they have a free and clear. They get the entirety of any delays or anything that might be in the pits or slow down. They get all that extra time. It's just like a free stop for them essentially.
Right.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, and they don't have to deal. They don't have to
Why
deal
not
with.
has definitely lost the DRS on Budge.
Yeah, see that
Yeah.
1.3.
Vertiver makes up a second on Chameleon. He was 8 seconds, now
It's
he's
going to
under
be
7.
hard for him to pull up level here, and you know how Budge is. If he can get it clean, he's very fast.
Yeah.
It's going to be a struggle for Why Not to catch up now.
Yeah.
But Why Not got a
And he
3-second
just
penalty.
got a 3-second penalty
Multiple
for
warnings.
corner cutting. Well,
Yeah,
he just did an egregious corner cut there.
I seen that. Yeah, as you said, I'm a couple of seconds behind you, but yeah, just came up. That might be the difference maker. But see,
it's a 4-second jobber now, so.
Yeah, and that I don't think there's been 4 seconds between them once they got into this one too. But
he got the DRS back though.
He has, but I think this
could be big.
I think this plays big into Budge's kind of strategy of not using the ERS unless he really needs to.
They're about the same on ERS.
Are they? Yeah, I obviously can't swap between them, but you know how Budge works. Like he's quite stingy with the ERS unless he needs to.
Yeah.
And being out of that DRS for 1 or 2 zones gives him that back to battle with, which is what he's got now because he's after pulling out 1 point something seconds there.
Yeah, I mean at that stage he's gonna, and Why Not will serve that 3 seconds in the pit. So.
Right. It's a sad way to occur, but
it's a bummer. Yeah. What are you going to do? That's the track. It's the track to get away on this track without serving penalties is something special. So
it's unbelievable that realistically only one of the top 5 drivers have a penalty, because in League of Ireland, it was literally everybody bar Budge had a penalty.
Had a penalty, isn't it crazy?
It was crazy. One guy had 26 penalties, or 26 seconds of penalties.
That's
he
impressive.
Dropped from 5th.
That's impressive.
He dropped from 5th to 11th or something.
That's impressive.
I think he was at the point. Where if he got one more penalty, he was disqualified.
That's the guy that we want to interview, right, Drico?
What's that?
That's the guy that we want to interview post race.
Right.
Let me see.
Now 20 seconds back. Vern now back to 7 seconds. Kaiser making up some time here. He's got to get by Gasly.
I think we could be looking at a Why Not overtake pretty soon here.
Here we are. Let's follow it.
I mean, obviously it'll take them to the next straight, but they're close enough. He's got the ERS.
They're both at about 60%. We're building it, and here we go.
He held on for there.
Lots of traffic going on. There's quite a bit of traffic in front of him. Is that?
Yeah. That's the Meeple.
That's the Meeple's champ now, slowing them all down.
A respectable 13th. I'll definitely finish worse than that.
That's a positive for Why Not. You have to think if it's zone and Budge down.
Yeah. It's also.
Here comes a Ferrari out there too. Oh my gosh, there's all sorts of AI craziness going on there, but they got past him.
Yeah. Oh Christ on the bike.
That was close.
Yes. Just you see that's
He's got to go for it now. Yeah.
That's part of it as well with the stop strategy, where if they are far enough ahead, and they actually are still ahead of Chameleon when they come out, they don't have to worry about if they're that close, they might not get held up by him again.
Yeah.
They race free and clear once they're out ahead of them. I'm still working here to this late hour of the night.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, and best of luck to the rest of the guys. And I'm going to clock out, and I shall talk to you anon.
Sounds good, my friend. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for coming on.
Everybody.
Thanks for having me.
The Meeple's Champ on Twitch. Follow him.
On Facebook, Instagram.
The whole lot,
Instagram, Facebook,
all of the socials.
TikTok, all of the socials, as the kids say.
Is there a Meeple Champ Snapchat?
Oh my gosh,
there
there's gotta be.
actually there actually is and a TikTok, which is even worse. But yeah, yeah, all under the Meeples champ.
All right, pal. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us. All the best.
See ya. Thanks to the Meeples champ for joining us there.
Yeah, definitely good information.
We got a
A
race
lot
up
of stuff
front.
good to know.
We got a pass overtake going on. We got a race up front if you're just joining us. Lap 24, P1 and 2. Budge, why not? As per normal, battling it back and forth, as you can see by the box there. Why not has a 3-second penalty. He's going to have to serve in the pits. Vern and Chameleon. Vern P3, 20 seconds behind. Chameleon P4, 8 seconds behind him. And Kaiser moves into P5. Let's see what we got going on here. Watch P. Why not and Budge? Just staying within sight of each other the entire time, aren't they? Oh, that looks like an internet issue there with Budge. Oh, I think they just hit. I think they just hit. Did you see that there? Oh, no. Oh, no. Chico, are you with us still? Chico, you are not with us. I don't know what's going on, but Jesus, why not? There was an accident there. I don't know if there was an internet issue. It looked like I saw some red X's there on Budge. But that was horrible.
Hey, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Sorry, Seamus ran into my my wire, my headphone wire, so...
I don't know if you saw what just happened there, but Budge and
No,
why not?
I did not.
Budge and why not get into something? Why not ended up spinning out completely? Vern, multiple warnings, 3-second penalty, but
That's unfortunate.
well behind. I don't know. It looked to me like there may have been an internet issue with Budge. I'm not sure because I saw some red bars on his guy there. Maybe possibly an X. I'm not sure, but what caused it? But I'm not going to go there. The lads will tell us. But
Right.
Why not is
that'll
pitting.
be interesting.
Budge and Why not are both pitting. Budge
That's
just coming
gonna
out.
be a test for the league's new penalty rules.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna factor in there, or if it's gonna have to go to review.
Is Vern gonna come out in front of him as well? Both of these lads are gonna have to pit though. He does indeed come out.
And to be honest, he's really just giving Budge some DRS.
So Chameleon, he's going to have to pit, but he's got 13 laps on those mediums. Can he go another 2? Budge in P2 is only a half a second behind him. He's right on his tail, so Budge is really looking good right now with 10 laps left to go, isn't he? You have to say. I don't know what happened there with that altercation, but
one thing I know for sure is that Why Not is not going to curse us out for congratulating Budge.
No matter what happens, man. Budge just took Chameleon.
I'm not going to have my eyesight put into question.
Lap 26, P1 Budge, 1 second behind Chameleon, 13 laps on those tires. Vern's got to be feeling the heat on 15 laps on those tires. Why not? Who just had to serve a 3-second penalty.
I've got him at 13 laps.
P4. Who? Chameleon's at 13 and Vern's at 15.
Yeah.
Kaiser on those softs. On those softs in P6. Looking to make a move up the rankings here. Vern just pit. Oh, why not get another penalty? Or no, he already served that, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Although I don't know why it's still coming up beside him.
Yeah. Interesting.
So Kaiser has done his last pit. He's in P6 and he's starting out on softs.
He's coming back on softs.
a lot of seconds behind there. He's like 26 seconds behind Verne.
Budge now 11 full seconds ahead of Why Not, which was our race.
Obviously a
until
very
something went
strong
down
race
there.
for Mercedes.
So I just oh, there was some RG bar. Oh, there goes Chameleon. Yeah, he was sandwiched between two cars there. That red car, that red and white car.
He's pitting now.
Yeah, he's pitting now. I think he was trying to move himself in to get towards that pit lane, and
why not just put in fastest lap?
He did indeed. That'll get him that extra point if he can keep it, but.
Well, he's P2 now, so I have to believe he'll finish in points.
Yeah, major jam.
Although I have to say, it looks like he's struggling to maintain concentration now. He's looked a little bit shaky for a few turns.
P2, why not 13 seconds now behind. Chameleon coming out in P3, 15 seconds behind, why not. Verne P4, only a second and a half behind Chameleon. Are we going to see contact here? Verne has a 3-second penalty, but he has not served, I don't believe, correct?
The fact that a triangle is there makes me believe so, but he has pitted since he got the penalty, I think.
He has. I wasn't sure if he had or not. Thought he got it right after, but I could be wrong. Here we go. Are the brothers screaming at each other?
They have to be. I mean, even I would be.
Do we have TikTok material? Verne, fastest lap.
Yeah, I can see that changing hands a couple of times now.
Yep.
With the petrol running low.
Yep.
The soft tires out.
Yeah, they got lightweight. Why Not's got a lot of AI in front of him here. There's one, there's two. They gotta get out of his way. Budge enjoying himself out there now, isn't he?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's got a clear lead.
Trying to take
this is where he wins.
Yeah, he's trying to get those perfect turns with the perfect apex.
He's gonna take fastest lap as well now, I think.
There it is.
Yeah, by a mile.
Yeah.
And the next closest was like 1:19 something.
Verne into the DRS with Chameleon. Oh, but he's got Raikkonen in his way. Raikkonen helping Chameleon out, and then before he gets out of the way. He's got 57%.
No DRS.
Chameleon's got 16%, 42% for Verne. He's using a lot of it, isn't he?
Yeah, he just used about 20%.
Just trying to catch up to him.
But I think there's gonna be an overtake attempt. I think before the race is over.
Oh yeah, I agree with you there. Verne and Chameleon.
In fairness, Chameleon, he's ran this race well.
Absolutely.
Like, he's had one or two spin-offs. But we thought, I mean, I would have thought that he'd be struggling by now, but he's obviously racing very well. He's 1.5 seconds ahead of Verne now. It's gonna be hard for. I think Verne will catch up to him, but it's going to be hard.
Oh, Verne had trouble with those turns there, didn't he?
He did.
He did
I
have some
think
trouble there.
he flirted with some corner cutting there, I think.
Yeah. Oh, sounds like you got cut off there again, Drico. Did the dog eat your cord or something? Yep. Are you back? I think Seamus is eating your headphones right now. Budge and P1.
Yeah, we're having some technical
Sounds like Seamus is eating the damn things. Oh, why not have a little RG?
having to go difficulty issues here at
Yeah,
Are you having issues now,
yeah. I just got disconnected
Sandy?
from. No, she's sleeping. I gotta get back into this race.
All right. Well, I'll let our viewers know what's happening. There's disadvantage. He's right on his ass through these corners here. On the next straight, I can see a big overtake coming.
I should be back in the race soon enough for you folks. Sorry about that. Don't know what happened there. Bit of internet trouble
DRS coming now.
here on the Emerald Isle. Drico giving us a play-by-play. It's like, listen, close your eyes if you're still in the stream. Listen, just close your eyes and you picture what's happening as Drico takes you through.
I need to develop some sort of Chicago accent for.
And we are back. Detail, tire, enable, full track map. We are back.
Vern right in his ass, firmly in the DRS zone. Next mistake loses, I think. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Sorry, I was just getting the. It looked like the interval was getting a little screwy there on my screen. I just had to go in and take it. Vernon Chameleon, is the race on the track right now, isn't it, my friend?
It sure is.
Oh, we just hit the pylon. Vern just hit that pylon. Major jam. Poor bastard. Angry Chameleon.
He put some distance there. Second and a half ahead now. It's gonna be tough for. I think it's gonna be very tough actually. Only 3 laps to go.
Only 3 laps to
make
go.
an overtake.
I do not see anything changing in the top 2 or top 3 at this stage. I mean, this could be a podium for Chameleon once again. Happy to get a podium. You know, smart race early. Some stuff going on with his former teammate. I'm sure there's going to be something to say about that, but I think this is going to be smart too. At the end of the race, we bring them in one by one, and then you can bring them in as you know what I mean.
Right, as they place, so there's no interruptions. We get to ask our questions as we want to.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm loving this, folks. Budge P1, Kaiser P5. Why not P2?
Yeah, Chameleon. He's given Vern the shakes. He got a little bit lucky there that he got to overtake some traffic on the straights, and then Vern had to deal with them on the corners. But that's racing, folks.
That's racing, folks. That's why it's a race. Lap 34. Here's Vernon.
Viva la Budge.
Viva la Budge. Viva la Budge. El Budge, we gotta call it El Budge. It was like that time. It was like that Netflix special when Maradona went to Sinaloa and coached the Sinaloan soccer team. Budge comes into Mexico. He rallies the people of Mexico.
And if I know this for sure. You actually know a decent amount of Spanish as well, right?
I do know a little.
I think you have to sign off tonight in Spanish.
El Rey del Mundo. El Budge is El Rey del Mundo, the king of the world. He'll love it. Canadian's still sitting in P3. Vernie Vern has him in his sights though. Now he's 2 seconds back, but he can pick up that time if he's got decent ERS. Chameleon has nothing.
Yeah, he's got to use every bit of his ERS now
to catch up to him, but Chameleon had nothing, so he's got 0. I don't know if he can catch him though.
No.
I don't know if he can catch him.
It'll take a big mistake from Chameleon, I think. He'll have to go over the lip of something on a corner.
I don't know if he can catch him. Yep, can he catch him?
Doubtful, but
I'm sure.
Can't wait to see him try.
I'm sure one will blame the other. That's for sure.
It's gone to review. That much we know.
Well, it's gone to a vote, or it's already been covered in the rules, in the new rules.
Right.
We have a new constitution for Wheel2Wheel Racing. If any of you are interested, it will be able to. I'm sure we could publish it maybe in our next broadcast. It's about 10 pages long at this stage.
10 pages long constitution of a Formula 1.
A virtual Formula 1. Vernie
PlayStation League.
Pulled some time back.
He's right on him now. He's going to make a go for it at the straights, and you still have 45%.
Budge heading into Sector 2. I just don't want to miss Budge crossing
He's
the
running
finish
out of
line
petrol,
first.
though.
Is he?
Well, he's got the red petrol signal.
They all would be though,
Okay,
right?
he's
They got
used
just
up
enough.
his... yeah. He's used up all his...
was
ERS.
there a little bump there? Was there a little bump there between Vernie Vern and Angry? I couldn't quite see. Did he pull up back?
I don't think there was any contact.
Okay, all right.
He's not going to get him. Unless he tries to outbrake him here, but...
Well, I cannot get off of Budge right now as he comes around the final 2 laps. The streamers are blowing. The piñatas are being broken. The sombreros are out. The cigars are being smoked as Budge comes across
The
in
margaritas
P1.
are flowing.
Yet another victory. The margaritas are flowing. Why not? Coming across here in P2, and we got the race to the end here. That was...
He corner
Oh
cut.
my God,
He got a
he
3-second penalty
Oh,
on the
they are
corner
going to hit
cut.
each other. At this stage, they're just trying to hit each other, aren't they? Here, look at this. Look at this ending.
It's not going to matter because of the 3-second penalty, but...
Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Oh,
I'm glad
really
we have
gave
our
it to
new
each
setup.
other.
That's all I'll say.
Yes, I'm glad too. Here comes Kaiser Irish Gun with his different strategy, bringing him into P5. What? Mercedes has a good one. Red Bull, they can't keep you out. I'm sure you're still in this, right? Constructor Series. Here comes Kaiser Irish Gun.
This is going to pull back serious points in the Constructor Series.
Here he comes across the finish line.
Okay, I'm bringing Budge in.
Yes, for sure. Bring Budge. You can bring Budge. Why not? And Chameleon. Bring the 3 of them in.
Okay. Oh, do I have to?
And then we'll bring the rest of them. Yeah. So close to a 1-2-3, Sherlock. You are so good at prognosticating. We're gonna, you know what? The next podcast
Prognosticating.
we're gonna have the Sherlock picks next podcast. We're bringing you in.
Why not has joined the party?
Why not?
Well,
Here comes Budge.
Fancy seeing you in here.
Here comes Budge. We'll just wait on Chameleon there. I'm sure he'll be in a second.
He's having a bleeding
Oh,
party.
Fucking him and Vern are going at it.
Oh, baby. That's why we're glad we did it this way, guys. We are so happy. Budge, congratulations. I mean, what a great race. You had great race pace. You just kept going. You were in Budge fashion. You finished in Budge fashion. Great race. Congratulations.
Yeah, sound. Yeah, it was a very, very tight race until a small little mistake he made. But yeah, I think, as he said himself, on the straights it was never in doubt. I don't know what wings you had on, Tony. 7.4 was it?
Yeah, a little bit something like that.
Yeah, I don't think it was any. Yeah,
Fucking
they
arsehole.
could have had you on the
Look,
straights in the end, didn't they? Really, you could see
look,
that when I did get behind you, the times you got ahead of me, I was chomping you down where you didn't seem to be able to catch me as quick on when you had the DRS.
yeah,
But that
well,
was a very good
yeah,
race,
it
very
was a great
stressful and
race. Congratulations to the
good
two of you. It's back
competition.
and forth. All three of you up there were back and forth for a while there. There looked like there was a bit of knocking that went on there during one of those laps. Why not? Congratulations on their P2. What went down there? I have it on the film, but I didn't quite see how it happened.
Yeah, to be honest, I'd have to look back at it as well. I don't think it's a race incident, you know what I mean? I was on the outside. It was a dodgy line, but, well, it wasn't a dodgy line. I had the speed, I had the braking, I had the corner, but with plenty of room. So I have to say it's probably nothing, you know. And then I made my own mistake then. It was too much, pressed down too much to try and get myself back into it, and spun. So, yeah, after
Yeah.
that was a bit shit, like, so, yeah, it was just bring it home, make sure I get the points. I
Well,
had a 3 second
congratulations.
penalty,
It was still
fucked
a
it
good
as well.
finish. Good podium, P2. Congratulations.
Cheers,
Chameleon,
thanks.
Chameleon, you got
How are
yourself a
you?
podium. You were in bad shape. I know that there's definitely argy bargy that went on between you and Verdi Vern, and there's some fighting. But that's why I'm glad that we kind of have this, so you can come in. I know that it was a tough week for you, but you still finished P3. You have to be happy with the finish.
I am, yeah. Like, I obviously struggled big time. No practice at all. I practiced to qualifying pace and time trial pace, and I was fairly comfortable. But as soon as I got into that car with the full fuel load and proper race setup, I couldn't control it. I was fighting with the car the whole race. So absolutely delighted to get third in the end. I think an official league warning needs to come in for Vernie at the end there, because he completely tried to dive bomb and cut the corner. I know, joking aside, lads, even you'll have to back it, because what happened there was scandalous. And even if he had have overtaken me, there was no way he was going. Like, he was 3 second penalty. He wasn't going to gain a place. It was reckless behaviour, and it deserves an official warning. But thanks, well done to Budge, and why not? Fantastic race, but it looked at the timings up ahead.
Not to interrupt there, but just so you guys understand, we're adding people to the party selectively on purpose. So, like, we had the first 3 guys up, and then we'll add more
Sorry,
people
yeah,
as we go.
Everybody's back.
Yeah, well,
we didn't tell them. We just
No.
bailed out. We didn't tell them what we were doing. So
No, you're grand. You're grand for that.
They're
You're
being
grand for
quiet
that.
anyway.
It was
Just
good
so you
timing
know.
anyway. It was good timing anyway. I mean, congratulations again, you three. Great podium, and you got to be happy with it. You stay within striking distance of each other yet again. So no matter what goes on, I mean, the three of you are within striking distance, and even though there may have been a bit of separation, and there still may be a bit of separation between 1, 2, and 3, it's not very deep. So you're putting on a good show for the Wheel-to-Wheel racing fans. That's absolutely for sure. So congratulations to you. Now let's go to the fight. Verdi Vern.
Right, well,
Verdi Vern, P4. Congratulations. Good job. You got up there, you finished. I'm sure there's going to be some issues, some wheel-to-wheel racing issues that are going to be called in. But, as far as the standpoint, whatever happened, you finished P4. Congratulations.
thanks. Pleased with me race, but pleased with fourth. I probably could have got third. I'd like to thank my teammate. He helped me with a setup before, which I think got me a lot of extra pace that I didn't have in League of Ireland the other night. I had a nice, clean race. There was a little. I was listening to you guys on commentary. There was a little incident between me and Camille. I thought it was a racing incident, but due to his outburst there, I will look at it back in more detail earlier on in the race.
Don't bother.
I got unlucky with when the pit stops. I heard Meep saying there was like undercuts. When I came out, I just got held up by back markers, which slowed me down, and I underbraked at one corner as well. But at the second pit, I was right up his arse, and again, I was all over him, as you could see. But on the final corner, I was like, right, I want to at least see if I can beat him, because the back markers, and I went for a move. There was a little bit of contact. He lost the plot. I got a corner cut penalty, which on that corner was a lot of room. So he was being very abusive, and he wouldn't be able to kick me out of it. He can't enforce any penalty. I didn't affect his race.
No, what you did was reckless
Yes,
and
ma'am.
dangerous.
Sorry,
There has to be a
let me
presidential decision here. No, you
Yes,
don't
sorry,
have a
man.
right to do what you did or talk about that. You're a disgrace.
Sorry to let me finish. Excuse me.
Let's
Sorry, you had your interview.
Let me just move on to the next one. I know that there's going to be war, and this week is going to be a lot of fun from a commentating point of view. But Kaiser, P5, again, you chose a different strategy. Again, you, your victory or your finish in the race is always going to be a surprise to Drico and I. We know that it's going to happen, but we don't know when. But it always makes it fun for us to call because you're always the opposite of what everybody else is doing. But congratulations, you got your points. Red Bull
Cheers,
is in the
man.
Constructor Cup. Good job, and it looked like a good race.
Yeah, cheers, awful. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I'm not a big fan of that track, but yeah, I was stuck behind the AI for the first stint, which did slow me down. I had a bit minor wing damage, but once you get past the AI, then it's more enough clean sailing, 5th place. So I'll take that anyway.
It was a fun race for you, and it was fun to watch from us for sure. We got who are we looking at next? Major Jam, are you here? Major Jam, look, hey, we got to say you put in a qualifier, you put in that race. You have to learn some strategy, but I hope you're happy with it, both you and more Mick. But I hope you're happy with being in here because you're going to get the best of times and the worst of times, but you're going to learn how to race and put on a good show next year. Thanks for joining us for sure. How do you feel? Yes, you did.
I'm sure you did.
Well, yeah.
That's something you're gonna have to learn well if you're gonna be in the Wheel2Wheel. The AI are not popular among the faithful.
You had a couple of penalties, one or two. I don't think we saw more than one or two. Maybe penalties on you there. Maybe 3 or 4 there, Major Jam. But thanks for joining us. And finally, more Mick, you finished the race. Congratulations, way to get through. I hope you're happy with the Wheel2Wheel racing, and we appreciate having you here. I mean, it makes for a fun show to see that you guys are doing it, and we appreciate you being part of the league.
Cheers. It's all about getting the experience for next season, really, isn't it?
Absolutely.
For me, anyway.
100%.
100%. So there you have it. Camille, you want to run down the driver standings and the Constructors' Cup, please?
I do. Budge takes the lead, 235 points. Why Not See, 233, just 2 points behind. Chameleon on 210. Kaiser 145. Vern 108. Meeples 91. Ryan 4. And Major Jam and Mormick on 0. Red Bull well out in the lead of constructors, 378, Mercedes 346, McLaren 298, Renault 4, and Racing Point Alfa Romeo on 0 points. We hope to provisionally race next Wednesday before we go into the Christmas break, but we'll confirm that.
There you have it, folks. Thanks for joining us. Wheel2Wheel Racing from Mexico. Budge is El Rey del Mundo, the king of the world, man. Congratulations to you. And we'll see you folks next week, hopefully next Wednesday, I think, provisionally. If not, we'll be sure to let you know. Thanks for joining us, and bye-bye.